And then from there, see if you can start finding some length through your spine. Maybe closing the eyes. You can wiggle around, maybe the shoulders need to be loosened up a little. And see if you can come into a comfortable seated position. And just tune inward to your breath. So we'll just settle into our breathing here for a moment, just as it is, without trying to change it at all, just getting a sense of the breath. Maybe even scanning your body from the head down to the toes. And begin to maybe allow your breath to deepen, always without any strain. Let go of the jaw. Let the shoulders relax down the back. Feeling the beautiful rise and fall of your breath. And then from there, maybe the eyes begin to open. We're still going to stick with some nice deep breaths. If you can, you'll equal out your inhale and your exhale. And just as though maybe you have some wool from a sheep, you're just going to pull that wool apart, opening up the arms as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, your hands just come right back together. So we're just going to open up wide, full breath, and exhale together. Just notice as you're opening the arms, if your arms are relaxed, you might get a sense of the shoulder blades coming together. As you exhale, shoulder blades coming back to neutral. So it's just this flow of opening and closing. And then maybe from there, the next time that the hands come together, think of now taking this big ball of wool. We're just going to open the arms up wide as you breathe in, and then we just close it back together. Pull it apart again, other side. So we're coming up on a diagonal. So we're just going side to side and using the movement now as you open the arms up to just see if you can breathe maybe a little bit more fully, creating more space in your body. Do one more each side, opening up, closing, and again. And then just bring the hands back. Maybe they come into prayer or you just rest them on your lap for a moment. And then we'll just visualize maybe we have this big, big tree in front of us. We're going to give that tree a hug. So you're just going to wrap your arms kind of around this tree. So the spine can be nice and tall. Then you can also try really getting in and snuggling and rounding through your spine. The chin might just slightly come towards the chest, not all the way down. And then when the hip begins to lift up, we're just going to make soft fists and then just draw your elbows back and down. So you'll feel the shoulders. We're not taking them up towards the ears. We're just letting them come down as the arms pull back. Then you'll just make that great big hug again. You might notice the tail might reach a little bit further forward. And then as you draw the hands back again, just taking the shoulders down your back. So breathing in, feel that nice stretch to the mid-back area, and then draw the elbows back. Let's try one more here, reaching out. And elbows draw in. Okay, and then from here, again, just pause for a moment. The hands might come down onto the lap. Create some space for the neck if you like. Shaking the head a little side to side, wiggling the shoulders. And then we're just going to imagine as we're working with our breath here, we're going to reach up towards the sky. And we're going to pull some ropes. We're just going to draw one arm down as you reach up, breathing in and out. And just take it nice and slow as though you're trying to climb up this rope. And you might reach a little bit over to the side, or maybe you're just straight up and you're just pulling the rope down. So don't let your arms be kind of all loosey-goosey. See if you can really feel the muscles in your arms. You might reach again over to one side if that feels okay to lean and to do so. And feel as though you're trying to take as much breath in right from your hip up to your armpit, out through the fingertips. And then we'll once again take the hands back down either into prayer or maybe they're onto your lap. Again, pausing, just noticing now how that felt in your body. Maybe there might have been some shifts. And it's okay if you don't notice a difference from when you first sat down a few minutes ago in your practice. Let's take the feet now. We can heel toe the feet out. So now the knees are going to come out to a comfortable position. If it's not comfortable to have them all the way out, then you're just going to bring the feet in a little closer. But see if you can get your feet flat to the floor. You might have to scoot a little bit forward onto your chair. Hands are just going to come lightly onto the thighs. All we're going to do is dip one shoulder down and lift it up, and then the other shoulder dips down. So you don't have to worry about the breath as in when I go down, I'm going to exhale. When I come up, inhale. Just keep your breath as much as you can equal. Bowing down, taking it slow, trying to reach the right shoulder in the direction of the left knee. And then we'll just come back up to a nice tall position. And as you inhale, we're just going to pull our heart through, and maybe the hands now start to slide towards the hips. As you exhale, you'll round the spine, the chin might come towards the chest. So you'll feel the tail once again scooting forward. So the chest comes forward, elbows back, feel your shoulder blades draw together, and then round. So we're just doing our little cat-cow roll. Breathing in, you just gaze forward, or maybe looking towards the sky, and then round it back. Now here you can coordinate it with the movement of your breath. Inhaling, the pelvis, the tail is rocking behind you. Chest is coming forward. And as you exhale, you feel the tail now scoot forward as you round through the spine. And then once again, let's just come right back to neutral. Keep your legs wide here again if it feels comfortable to do so. I'm just going to let go of my right arm and kind of dip your shoulder forward. It doesn't have to go all the way down where you're rounding. We're just going to hold on here with the left hand and then let your arm just be kind of dead. And you're just going to let it circle. So it might be small circles, or maybe you can get your arm making a bigger circle. And just think of it as though, I don't know, you have like a bowling ball in your hand and the arm is just moving on its own. You can take it in the other direction, this circle, just loosening up to the shoulder. Now let's go over to the other side. So left shoulder will come down slightly, and then just this dead weight. So you might even notice the arm can swing side to side. Maybe eventually you'll get a rocking motion. Take it in the other direction, circling. And then we'll slowly again come all the way up. Bring your feet in, maybe heel toe the feet together. From here, wherever you can comfortably hold on to, you're going to first come up, rooting down through the sit bones, tall through the crown, and then maybe lift a knee up. So if you can even hug the knee in. Maybe the foot comes on the chair. It doesn't have to, but you're just taking the knee towards your chest, hugging it in. Then we're just going to set that down. We'll go over to the other side. Squeeze in, and slowly release. And we'll just see if we can make it a little bit dynamic. If you have a tie, a yoga tie, you can have that around the foot or around the shin, and you're just drawing it in. If it doesn't feel comfortable to hold on, you can just see how I'm just lifting one knee up and the other. And then from here, let's lift it in, maybe give it a little squeeze. If you like, you can bring your nose down towards your knee. So you're getting a little bit of rounding here in your spine. And slowly release. Take the other knee in now. Again, whether you can hold it or not, maybe see if it feels okay to round the nose or take the nose down towards the knee, rounding through the spine. And then slowly release. Now from here, we're going to extend our right leg out. And if it's okay to do so, curl your toes up towards you. So instead of having the feet flat, take your toes out. And maybe you might even have to come to the edge of your chair, and you're going to extend your leg. Now, if you can, you're going to take the leg straight. If that's too intense for you, just keep a micro bend or a bigger bend in the leg. And then the opposite arm is going to lift towards the sky. And you're just going to bring that in. And we're just going to alternate, extending through the left leg, the right arm lifts. And then you go back to the right leg. Okay, so we're keeping it into this dynamic movement. Opposite arm and leg lifting. Remember, you're working to see if you can take the leg straight. If it doesn't feel okay to lift the arm all the way overhead, don't. You just lift it to where you can. Feeling the back of the knee pressing down towards the floor as you straighten. Maybe curling your toes a little bit further towards you. Now from here, let's equal out both sides, right and left, and then come back to start position, where this time you're going to extend the right leg, maybe the left arm lifts, it can also stay down. If possible, you're going to lift up the right leg. And so we're really working the muscles in the legs as well as our core. You want to draw the core in. You can also take the hand down, pause and hold. We'll go over to the other side, left leg lifts, flicks through your foot. It can be lower towards the floor, you let it hover. Maybe you can take it up to hip height. Opposite arm as well, it can lift. And so now we're just going to alternate here, slowly lifting and going over to your other side. And see if you can feel those muscles working in the core, in the leg. You're rooting down through the sit bones. Letting the breath flow through you without holding on to the breath. Last time on the left side. And then we're just going to slowly release. Again, set the feet down so that the ankles are just below the knees. Hands this time are going to be flipped down onto the thighs. Maybe the eyes are closed as you breathe here. Again, finding that, equal breath. If you're familiar with the Ujjayi pranayama, where you just have this slight restriction, think of your throat like a straw, and you're just sucking the air in and out through your straw. Or another image can be, if you want to try it, you can take your hand and fog up a mirror, and it just you can even hear the sound when you go. So you can feel that in the back of your throat. Then the next time you try to make that sound, you keep the mouth closed. Okay, so that's your Ujjayi. So if you want to bring that in, you can. From here, we're going to inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, come down through the center. Inhale, come forward, maybe resting the elbows onto the thighs. Now stay here. Gently press your elbows, your forearms onto your legs, and then see if you can find some more length through your spine by pulling your heart through. Okay, drawing your shoulders down your back. And then exhale, forward fold. Let the fingertips come down, let them come down to the floor. Let your head just hang out here. Now push into your feet. Use your core to lift you back up as you circle the arms all the way out and exhale down. So we'll move a little bit more quickly now. Breathing in, reach up, exhale, hands down through the center, come halfway. Pull the elbows back, heart through. Exhale, forward fold, top of the head comes down. Root down through the feet, take your arms out to the sides and circle all the way up. As you exhale down through the center, this time we're going to add on, breathing in, breathing out. Halfway lift, pull the heart gently through. Exhale now, forward fold. In breath, you can roll up through your spine or reach up with a flat back. Exhale, hands come down into prayer. We're going to extend the right leg now. Curl your toes up towards you. So we're just coming back into this hamstring stretch. Staying here. If it's appropriate for you, we're going to hinge at the hips and bow forward. And you'll feel that a lot more intense down the back of the leg. If that's not appropriate, you're just going to stay upright. Okay, so from here, we're going to lean forward and lift up. And just hinging from the hips. Going down and rising up. It could be a little bow. Or if it feels okay, you can come further down into your forward fold. Next time you come up, let's just pick up that knee, draw it in towards you, and then extend the leg out. Maybe it hovers, maybe the heel comes down again. Draw the knee in, maybe rounding through the spine, extend it out, set it down. Breathing in, reaching out and up. Maybe you look at the thumbs if that's okay for the neck. Exhale, swan dive. Take your forearms back onto the thighs. Heart pulling through, feet rooting down. Exhale, forward fold. In breath, reach out and up. Coming down through the center. Extend the left leg down. Hands can come onto the thighs. You stay just as you are. Or you're going to come back down this dynamic forward folding, lifting up and lowering. But think of keeping your spine still pulling the heart through as you lift up and down. So there's no rounding in the spine here. If it's too intense, you're just going to stay upright with the toes curled towards you. And then the next time that you come up, let's again see if we can draw the knee towards you. Pulling in and extend. Drawing it in. Exhale the breath out and inhale, extend it away. One more time, draw it in and push it away. And then we're going to step that foot back down. Breathing in, reaching out and up. Exhale, bow forward. See if you can take it a little slower, maybe hover here as though you're Superman or Superwoman. You got your arms behind, ankles again underneath the knees. Shoulders aren't up into your ears. You're just going to draw those back. Take the gaze slightly forward and down as you reach. Now from here, let's see if we can power up again, drawing the core in, lifting the arms forward. Maybe you lift a little further into your heart. Maybe you come all the way up. However, if you're able to, you're going to lean forward. Keep pushing down through the feet. And then exhale. Hands come back onto the thighs. Pull the heart through. Exhale, forward fold. In breath again. Reach all the way out and up. Exhale, coming down through center. Let's come back down again into a forward fold or half lift. Forearms onto the thighs, pulling the heart through. And then exhale, bow down. Pause and hold here. If you're finding too much of a pull in the low back or your neck, you can lift the head up. Otherwise, tuck the head comes down towards the floor. Now, pushing into the feet again, rise all the way, spread through the fingers, lift up. And let's come back down through the center. Reaching arms now out to the sides. We're just going to hold on now to your shoulders. And then just gently turn from one side to the other. So just think of a washing machine. Side to side. Let your head follow as you twist. And then the next time that your body comes over to the right, see if you can gently turn your head towards the left. Again, we're watching that the shoulders are coming up to the neck. You want to just let the shoulders relax. And then we'll go over to the other side. Head turns to the right, but your body is turning towards the left. Let's try that one more time each side, turning opposite of the arms. Come back over, looking over your right shoulder. And then let's come right back to center again. Release the arms down. Pause. And then let's take our arms this time. Just going to stack them. So like I am Jeannie arms. Again, you're going to take them side to side, letting the head follow. Just a gentle twist. You don't have to go to your maximum. You might notice as you're twisting from one side, for instance, I go to the right, it feels as though my left knee is reaching forward. And then when I twist to the left, I feel my right knee coming forward. Now let's go opposite. As the arms go to the left, turn the head to the right. If you can, you're going to keep your elbows to about shoulder height. Of course, if that creates any pain in the body, just go ahead and lower. Head is opposite of the arms. And then come right back to center, head to center. Place the palms up or down, or just pausing and holding. And now let's take our arms all the way out again as though you're hugging a tree. We're just going to open them up. Hug that tree, round through the spine, and open up. One more time here. Big, big hug, and open up. Now keep your arms lifted unless you need a little break here. Draw your shoulders back on your back so the arms are nice and engaged. And we're going to let the arms turn towards the right and to the left. Letting your head again follow this movement. So we're still twisting through the body. Now next time that your arms come to the right, start to turn your head to the left. And then the same thing, hands go to the left, the head goes to the right. So let's just do that a couple of times. Head is going opposite of the hands. And you feel that twist through the spine. And now come back to center. Just flip your palms towards the sky. Breathing, and I know your arms are tired. Lifting all the way up. Exhale, slowly come down through the center. Placing your hands once again back onto the thighs. Release the hands and now roll the shoulders. Do one at a time or both. And you can also get your body moving a little bit further here if you want to feel like you want to sway side to side. Then even shake out the arms, shake out the hands. So let's come now to standing position. Let's take our chairs. We're going to take our feet down hip distance apart. And actually, before we move on, let's just go ahead and lift up the heels. So let's stretch further through the ankles and through the backs of the legs, lifting and lowering. And you can hold on to the chair, you can let go, or if you feel like you want to lift one arm up and the other, or maybe you're going to go and see if you can lift both arms up. So this is a nice way to get that circulation flowing, especially if you're sitting a lot during the day. Okay, now let's take the hands down. From here, holding onto the chair or letting go, we're just going to take our hips around in a circle. So circling through your hips, and really pay attention to this movement as you circle the hips. So just trying to take it as much as you can through the pelvis. Go in the other direction. And speaking of a washing machine, I had mine going, my apologies. And then taking your hips here side to side. So we're just pushing to the left, pushing to the right. There's some music for us. Side to side, and then coming right back up. Now, again, if you want to hold your chair, you can. We're just going to circle the knee. Get some mobility in the hips. Take it in the other direction. Soft bend in that standing leg. And re-lift your leg back up. You might need to take a little break for a moment, but if you can, you're going to lift that knee back up. We're just going to take it in and out. So like open the cupboard door, close. Okay, so side to side. This can also be done seated as well. I should have mentioned that. Now let's go over to our other leg. We're going to circle here. You can make them as big as you like, or maybe you need to keep this side making small circles. Go in your other direction. You can also work further on your balance if you want to let go of your chair. And then let's just step the foot down for a moment, pause. And then when you're ready, re-lift that knee back up. We're going to take it out, in and out. And then let's set it back down. And now we're just going to lift one knee up and the other. So alternating. So if you want to do opposite arm and leg. So you can go a little bit more faster, but then eventually see if you can slow it down so that you're going to have to work more with balance and also more with strength when you're having to hold the knee up. Gently drawing your core in. One more time, lifting the left knee up. And then again, pause and hold. Taking the feet now on either underneath the sit bones or hip distance. We're just going to inhale, root down through your feet, soft bend in your legs, but also see if you can engage your legs by lifting up the kneecaps. Opening through your chest, feel yourself gently draw your belly in so that you feel strong all in through the torso area. I'm just going to hold and breathe. If you like, you can drop your chin, like gently draw it in and drop it down, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then on your next in-breath, lift the head back up to center. And we're going to shift a little bit of weight now into our left foot. So if you want to hold your chair here, it's perfectly fine. And all that you're going to do is take that right leg out to the side. And so you're going to determine how far is appropriate for you to lift your leg, but keep your toes, because as you can see right now, as I went to do it, my toes are out on a diagonal. Can you turn your toes in so that both feet are parallel and facing forward? Now from here, if you like, depending on where you are, you might be able to lift one arm out. So you can hold on with your opposite arm of the chair. And then we're just going to set that down for a moment. Just pause. You can also do a cactus shape with your arm. Let's have a little breather here. Actually, we'll go over to our other side. So weight into the right foot. Gonna lift that left leg from the floor. Remember, point your toes forward. Opposite arm lifts. So now you can see how I'm holding onto my chair. And then slowly release. Now we're gonna go over to the other side. Now, if you like, as you lift the leg out, maybe you make a cactus shape with your arms. So I'm just gonna open up, toes pointing forward, elbows about shoulder height, and release. And so you can go from one side to the other, trying to keep the feet pointing forward. You can also try both arms into a cactus shape. You can also reach both arms out. So I just want you to just kind of play here, see if you can hold the pose and don't be in a rush to move. And figure out, should you hold onto the chair? Are you able to let the fingertips lift and hold? Or can you totally reach the hands away? And when you kind of get used to this movement, again, only if it's possible, you might want to make sure that you have your chair handy. Are you able to hold onto the chair, lift a leg and arm? Remember, toes are pointing forward. Are you able to let go of the chair for a second or two? You could also not lift the arms and just lift one leg out to the side and then gently see if you can let go of the chair and hold. Okay, so see if you can do that just a couple of times. I know you're probably getting very tired. You can even try lifting the same arm and leg and just notice how that feels. Eyes open or closed. And then if you feel like, woof, I'm pretty tired here, then you're just going to take your hips again around into that circle, clockwise and counterclockwise, or you can do your little tick-tock. Another one you could try is bringing the two big toes together and think of yourself now downhill skiing. So you're just going to bend the knees side to side. Okay, so your bum can go opposite, side to side. Hands could also be on the hips. And then we come back up. So let's give our legs a little shake out here. Or a big one, you can release the arms as well. And we're just going to come and face towards your chair. Holding on, if you like, is an option. And let's come back to our mountain pose. So you're going to gently start pushing the feet back down into the mat. Spread through your toes. If you like, you can even lift up your toes and then gently place them back down. And then see, when you have the feet down, can you find your big toe mound, your pinky toe? Can you feel your heel and your inner and outer arches? Can you keep the weight equal through your feet? And now think of a block between your legs. And you're just going to gently squeeze that block. So now you're activating the legs. Coming further up. Now from the hips all the way up to your armpits. Just seeing if we can find some length once again here through this area of the body. I know for myself, I'm either hunching and rounding. And depending sometimes how I'm standing, I'll do a little hip and okay, so that's all yucky stuff for our spine and hips and the rest of our body. So we're going to just stay here for a few more breaths in our mountain pose, seeing if we can stand tall with ease. So yes, there is some work here, but we're not overly aggressive where we're taking either the shoulders up to the ears, up towards the neck, as well as you're not trying to push the hands down and keep the shoulders away. See if you can engage the arms, firm the shoulders, lift through the heart, legs engaged. And then from here, as we breathe in, we're going to lift the arms up, maybe look up, and then exhale. Take the hands now onto the back of the chair, walk your feet back, bend the knees, and let's come into a downward facing dog position. Pushing the palms of the hands into your chair. Notice how that activates the arms. Now from here, maybe you want to walk your dog. We're bending one leg and the other. The head can be above your arms or in between, but just don't let it go lower. So we're just going to walk out that dog for a moment. And then just come into stillness. You can even come into a wide-legged downward facing dog, as you can see, because I have no room here. Legs bent, or maybe it starts feeling okay for you to straighten out the legs. So really getting into a deep hamstring stretch here. You can also feel the stretch coming right up here into your glutes, but I'm not overstretching, okay? So just do it with ease, be gentle. And then from here, we're just going to walk forward, lift up through the spine, and again, circle the arms all the way up. And exhale, take them back out to the sides, holding back onto your chair. Now let's add on here some sun salutations. Breathing in. Make as big a circle as you can with your arms. Exhale, circle the hands all the way down again, holding onto your chair. We're just going to walk back just a little bit. Maybe you slide your hands down and come down into a forward fold. Bend your knees here. Breathing in. Now lift up halfway. So we're just going to look forward. You can still hold onto the chair here. Exhale again, forward fold. Lifting up halfway. Let's come all the way up, taking hands to the back of the chair. And we're going to walk right back to a downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart or shoulder width, or if you want to take them all the way out to the sides, do so. Watch the back of the neck here again. Keep that in line with the spine. Now from here, inhale again, walk forward. Once you arrive, circle the arms, big circle. And we're just going to exhale down through the center. Go ahead now, hold onto your chair. We're going to step the right leg now all the way back and bend the front knee. So left knee is bent. Keep your hip points now facing towards your chair. And so you want your feet kind of like on train tracks here. And we're just going to bend the back leg, and the front leg, and just straighten. So I'm pushing the back leg behind. Again, I'm going to just try to bend both. Rise up, keeping the front leg bent, straightening the back leg. One more time as I bend both. Lift up, and then begin to straighten out that back leg. And if you're having a little bit of difficulty having the heel lifted, just take your heel down to the floor. Otherwise, heel stays up. Now I'm going to hold onto my chair with my right hand. Take my left hand to my hip and slowly turn my gaze towards the left. Now, if it's okay, you can open up that left arm all the way behind. Now from here, if the left arm is behind, I'm going to inhale, lift it all the way up, parallel your feet, hold onto the chair with the left hand, right arm reaches out. Now let's take the right toes and we're going to turn our knee to face towards our right hand. We're going to come into warrior two. Back foot is parallel with the back of your mat. And then from here, let's sweep all the way back up. Pivot the feet again so you face forward. Hold on to the chair with the right hand. Let's come back to our crescent lunge. Bend your back knee, bend the front knee. You can stay here or start to straighten out that back leg. Remember, hip points are facing forward. Hold on to your left hip, turn towards the left. Open up that left arm if you're able to. And then one more time, let the arms sweep all the way forward. Feet are parallel. And now let's turn towards, say, the back of your mat. Coming into warrior two. Right knee bent, left arms or your arms into this T position. Now, next time that we come, we're going to lift all the way back up. Let's come back to our chair. And we're going to move into triangle pose. Take your right hand onto your hip. Back foot again is parallel now with the back of your mat. So we're going to do this one a little differently. Bend the front knee for a moment. Let's come back to warrior one or warrior two. Only this time you're facing towards your chair. Hold on to the chair with the left hand. Now take the right hand back to your hip. Straighten out that front leg. Keep a little micro bend. And now think of a string on the top of your head. You're going to stay lifted here. Maybe you start to lean towards your chair. Okay, so left hand is still, or arm is still on that chair. Maybe the right arm lifts up. So what I'm not trying to do is take my right shoulder down. I'm going to see if I can stack up my shoulders. Arm lifts either out to the side or all the way up. And then gently come up, bend the front knee, and we're just going to hop our way forward. From here again, breathing in, lift up. Exhale, hands down through the center. One more time, reaching out and up. Exhale down, hold on to your chair. Now we're going to go over to our other side. I'm going to turn back onto you this time. This time, right foot stays down, lift up those left toes, reach them behind. Now, either take the heel down or you're going to keep it lifted, holding onto the chair. Let's see if we can bend both knees and then keep the front knee bent, back leg straight. So I'm pushing it behind me, bending and straightening back leg. One more time, bend down and straighten. If you can from here, right hand is going to come onto the hip and now start to turn towards the right. Watch as well that your right hip isn't swinging out. Think of hugging both hips in as you open up. This is where we're going to take that right arm. We're going to circle it all the way forward. Hold onto your chair, come into your warrior two. Straighten out the right arm, left arm, or straighten out the left and the right arm. Bend your right knee. Then we're going to take the gaze out over the right fingertips. And let's take it. Take the top arm now, sweeping all the way forward. And then we're just going to step forward for a moment, pause, and I want you to reset because I shaped that one up. Let's come back to our crescent lunge, both knees bent, hold on to the chair with the left hand, right hand on the hip, turn towards the right. Maybe extend that back arm. Now I'm going to lift it all the way up, hold on to the chair, parallel both feet, and then we're going to turn towards the back of the mat. Here we go. Warrior two towards the back of the mat. So bending the knee, back leg straight. Lift all the way up, parallel your feet, and see if you can start turning again towards the front of your chair, coming back to your crescent lunge. Bend the front knee, and we're going to straighten out that back leg. Let's see if we can move into the twist. Right hand onto the hip, turn towards the right. Open up that back arm if it allows. Breathe in, lift it all the way back up towards the spine. Hold onto your chair. Parallel both feet here again. Reach both arms out into a T position. Then turn towards the back of the mat, coming into your warrior two. This time now when we lift up, let's just parallel the feet for a moment. You can keep both arms into a T position. Now turn your right toes to face towards your chair. We're going to try warrior two facing towards the front of the chair. From here, we're going to straighten out that front leg. Take your back hand onto your hip and then slowly start hinging forward, coming into your triangle pose. Now from here, lift all the way back up, bend the front knee, and then just hop, step in as many times as you need to come back towards your chair. Let's just pause for a moment into our mountain pose, drawing the pubic bone towards the navel. Sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, circle them all the way back out, holding onto the chair. Walk back again, downward facing dog. Taking the feet again, hip distance or wider if you like. Maybe you feel like walking out your dog, so bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Or you can just stay here in stillness. In breath again, round through the spine, walk all the way forward. And then let's come back onto our chairs. And we're just going to pause here for a moment, placing the hands either up or down onto your thighs. Maybe a big exhale out through the mouth. And then if the eyes are closed, let's open up the eyes. Let's take our feet back out into this knees nice and wide. You're going to want to bring your bum. We're going to try this little move here now where we're going to wiper our knees. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that right knee and I'm just going to bring it in. So what ends up happening is then you turn and you'll feel one butt cheek onto your chair if possible. Then you come right back to center, wide knees, and then you turn in the other direction. So now the left knee comes down, you start turning towards the right. Okay, so we lift back up, wide knees, right knee comes down, turn to the left. And so we're just going to go side to side here. Hold on to the back of the chair or the seat. So this is one that you can also do in bed, lying on your back. So all we're doing is going side to side, keeping one butt cheek on the chair. Okay, now let's come right back over to the right again. And so remember now the left butt cheek is kind of hanging out here. So with your knee, if you're able to, you're going to take the hip and the knee kind of in this straight line. Now if that's too much for you, just take the knee forward, okay? Don't worry about it too much. And then take your hand, your left hand behind your head. We're going to hold onto the chair with our right hand. We're just going to do this little hip glide, where now I'm going to take my elbow and gently draw my elbow and knee towards one another. So you're trying to create the C curve on your spine. And then from here, I'm going to lift my elbow up to the sky and I'm going to press my hip down towards the floor. So you're going to shorten the waist, elbow and hip towards one another. Then you're going to lift the elbow up and the hip down. So draw them together. Maybe if you like, you might lift the arm now overhead as you stretch, stretch, stretch. And then one more time, elbow towards the hip. And then we re-lift back up to the sky. Take that arm down. Let's go over to our other side. So you can pause and reset for a moment. And then you're going to see if you can swing both knees now towards the left. Now remember your leg here, as you can see, my knee is forward of the hip. If possible, you'll just take it in that straight line. Left arm holds onto your chair. Right hand to the back of the head. And then we try to shorten the waist. And then we reach it up. Trying to lift the elbow towards the sky, hip and knee down. Exhaling, gently squeezing together. And in breath lifting. You just lift your arm up here if you like. Exhale down, in breath reach. And let's try one more here. Good, and then come right back to center. Bringing now the two legs together as though they're just one unit. Gently drawing the inner thighs together. Gently pressing the feet down, finding length once again through your spine. Now from here, let's take both legs forward. Again, you might want to come out onto the your bum on the edge of your chair. And then from here, I'm just going to reach my arms up and feel as though you're pressing the backs of your legs down towards the floor. So reaching up. Now, if it's okay to do so, maybe you lean forward. Now you may need to bend one knee in order to lean forward, okay? Then we're just going to reach up, big, big stretch. And let's go ahead and bend that left knee as you bow forward, leading with your heart. Again, reaching up, Then exhale, hands to thighs as you bow down. Bend that right knee. Breathing in. And breathing out. Left knee comes towards you. Let's try one more each side. Reaching up, stretch, bend the right knee, bow forward or stay upright. Lifting up, and now left foot towards you. Forward folding. And reach up. Good. So let's keep the feet now wide. I just want you to visualize you have a big stir stick. We're just going to stir the pot of soup. So you're going to make it as big as you can. Use your breath here. Let's go ahead and take it in the other direction. Really fill your body with breath and empty out. And then slowly come right back to center. This heel toe the feet back in so the ankles are underneath the knees. Finding length here through your spine. If you want to, the right hand can hold onto the side of the chair. Left arm's going to reach out and up. Bend your right elbow. And again, think of trying to find length right from the hip towards the shoulder, lifting up. Just going to pause and hold. Now, unless you have some discomfort in the elbow, start to take the arm either over to the left or come out of the pose altogether. Also watch and see if you can try to stack your shoulders and open the heart up. And then slowly from here, let's set the left hand down. Right arm lifts all the way up. Maybe it's here. You bend the left elbow, and we're trying to find that nice stretch through the left side body. So either out to the side, or maybe it comes overhead. One more time each side, lifting up. Breathing in and out. Replace the left hand, now the right arm reaches. So you can gaze up, you can turn the gaze down. And then slowly release. Let's retake that knee back in towards the chest, maybe you round down, nose towards the knee, pushing your spine towards the back of the chair. Other side, in breath, lift up, find length, and exhale, round, drawing left knee in. And then release. Now let's take the right ankle. We're going to place it up onto our thigh. If that's too high for you, then just go ahead and straighten out the left leg. Reaching up through the spine. Or if you like, again, do that hinge right from the hips. Maybe the eyes start to close. Maybe you can hear your breath winding down our practice. Let's lift back up. We're going to go over to our other side, taking the left ankle onto the thigh. And remember extending the bottom leg and just taking your ankle on your shin. And so either staying upright, you can gently as well. If you're not finding much of a stretch, try gently pressing the knee down and bowing forward. Left foot's going to be flexed here. And then breathing in, come all the way back up. Let's just tap out the bottoms of the feet, maybe shake it with the hands, shake it with the torso. Maybe you lift it overhead, out to the sides. And then release. And then see if you can find a comfortable position now in your chair. So just bring your bum all the way back. You can take a knee or foot up towards you. And just try to allow yourself to settle in, snuggle into the back of your chair if that feels good to do so. And then begin to close the windows of the eyes. Let go of the jaw. Letting go of any effort of your body. So we're not trying to control our breath. We're just watching and feeling the breath, just like we did at the beginning of the practice. And not really trying to send it towards any specific part of your body. We're just feeling our breath rise and fall. Noticing where we feel the breath. If it's more so focused only in the front of the body, or is it in the back, the sides? We're just watching how the breath naturally occurs. Letting go of the shoulders. Maybe you can feel the weight of the legs and the arms. Softening the eyes and ears, the tongue and pelvic floor, feet and the hands, all softening. And then slowly, maybe, if it feels good to do so, if you want to breathe a little bit more deeply. And so as you inhale, just notice possibly the expansiveness, the openness that occurs. You might feel that through the chest, the back of the body, the sides. With each exhale, feeling more and more relaxed and a sense of peacefulness. With each further in-breath and out-breath, releasing tension in the muscles, letting go of any gripping in the body. And maybe you can notice aliveness in you through the breath, through sensations of the body. We're just allowing things to be just as they are. Noticing the breath as it comes in and out of the body. Maybe get a sense of how you feel from your practice, from the movement, as well as how the body feels when you rest into Savasana. Maybe there's a sense of calm. Maybe you can sense the stillness within. Or maybe this particular resting pose is very challenging and the mind is just racing. Seeing if you can bring it back to your breath, allowing your body to relax more and more. And then begin to maybe allowing yourself to breathe even more fully. And maybe your breath got a little shallow. Just see if you can breathe more deeply. Again, feeling that expansiveness and openness as you inhale. And as you exhale, the body going right back to neutral. And let's take the hands together. Really rub your palms. Let's get some heat going. And then washing the face or cupping the eyes. Hands back towards the heart, or hands in prayer, or your palms resting onto your legs as you pause and breathe and feel. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine. Namaste.